Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Lionel Messi's future and what could we be expecting to see regarding his future in the summer of 2021. There has been a lot to talk about ever since Barcelona did exit that match against PSG in the round of 16. And there has been many stories arising from that occasion since that moment did happen. And I am going to be talking about and explaining what stories may be true, what should we expect when it comes to Messi making a decision, and overall, what is just the current sensations going on with this player and FC Barcelona. And then lastly, we are going to be talking about the potential transfers Laporta could be making within the coming months. So there is a lot to talk about, and we are first going to be talking about Lionel Messi. So like I did say before, ever since we have seen that early exit coming from FC Barcelona against PSG, many have expected that there were going to be doubts. There was going to be doubts within the club or doubts within the players, because seeing how Barcelona have exited so early, right, from an even earlier stage compared to last season where it was said to be considered as a rock bottom stage for Barcelona, Lionel Messi also has said that he wants to be in a competitive team again. He wants to compete for the Champions League. And looking at what Barcelona has done against PSG, they have been eliminated from the round of 16. And so a story did come out a few hours ago, and they have stated this: Messi will leave Barcelona this summer, even after the outcome of the presidential elections. PSG and Manchester City are his options, and his plan is to move to the MLS after that. Now, can PSG and Manchester City afford Lionel Messi when it does come to the salary wages? Yes, they could. PSG and City are more than capable to afford the wages and whatever Messi does demand from the club. Another reason why PSG and City could be potential great fits for Lionel Messi is because PSG do have a player named Neymar Jr. Neymar and Lionel Messi are best friends in the football world. Neymar has stated before that he would love Messi to come to PSG, and Messi has also stated a few years ago that he would love to have Neymar back into the club. Then you also have Paredes, who is the Argentinian partner of Lionel Messi every time Messi does play for the national team. And then as for Manchester City, where there is even a greater possibility of Messi joining that club, you have the coach Guardiola, who Messi has worked with a few years ago, and he has experienced the most success. Messi knows that if he were to work with Guardiola again, this coach would know exactly how to use that player and get the maximum output from Lionel Messi on the field. Then you also have Sergio Aguero, who is the best friend of Lionel Messi when they are playing for the national team. And overall, Man City have shown to be a very well-run club. They are a complete engine on the field. And if you were to add Lionel Messi within that system, within that engine, who knows what that team could become in the near future. So yes, it is possible for Messi to join these clubs, and there is a lot of pros sportingly if Messi does join either of these clubs. But we do have a very reliable journalist named Ben Ayad who has completely crossed off the rumors of Messi joining Man City or PSG in this summer. And this is what he said: that there is going to be a meeting between Lionel Messi and Laporta. But in order to have that meeting between Messi and Laporta, Laporta is going to have to analyze the club's accounts first to understand what type of pitch can we give towards Lionel Messi. What are the numbers going to look like? How long could we keep this player? That is what Laporta does want to study first before he could give an official offer towards Lionel Messi. So we do have to hear the confirmation between Laporta and Lionel Messi that they have had a meeting. Then after that, we could consider the stories that do come out right after, whether it's Messi going to PSG or Manchester City. But as of now, any story that does come before that meeting has to be completely ruled off. And let me tell you guys, whatever Laporta is going to be presenting to Lionel Messi within the coming weeks, whether it's tomorrow or in the summer of 2021, like in August, Laporta is going to be presenting the numbers to Messi, and it's going to be based off the transfers that he does want to complete this summer. Let me explain. Laporta is going to be giving an offer with the consideration of this is all we can give because we do have other transfers in mind that we do want to complete. And this is going to be the story that we are going to talk about later down this video, because there has been very reliable stories that Laporta is going to be going for two players in this summer. And in order to do that, you have to filter out the wages and fees that those two players are going to be taken away from whatever the club is going to be spending or offering in this summer. So as you can imagine, the wages that's going to be presented towards Lionel Messi is going to be much lower. And Laporta is going to be explaining that, because whatever Laporta wants to do in this summer, which are the two players that he does want to bring in, he is going to be bringing those two players regardless if Messi stays or not. I just do not see Laporta putting all of his eggs in one basket and acting as a fool and expecting that Messi is going to be saying yes no matter what. He has to be prepared, and that is why he is going to offer a contract that's going to be much less than expected, because he does does want to be ready. He wants to be ready to make those transfers. And then Ben Ayad continues to say, Messi is much happier at the club right now and is starting to see a very competitive team within FC Barcelona. The news of him deciding to leave, it is not true. So two key words to pick out from that statement: happier and competitiveness. Two key terms that was never expected to be within a statement of Messi and FC Barcelona's relationship. This is a great thing to hear, because if we were to go back between the match between PSG and FC Barcelona, the game that Barcelona has displayed against PSG, it was not a bad game. And that is so strange to say, because in the previous season, we got out in the quarterfinals. In this season, we got out in the round of 16, so you would assume that this has been a much worse season and we have hit a lower rock bottom compared to the previous season. But that has not been the case. The sensations within the club is much more positive than the previous season. And again, that is a very strange feeling. But the reason why many are agreeing towards that sensation and why we could come out with a very positive note, like what Ronald Koeman has explained and many other players have explained during the post-match interviews, this team that Barcelona has going on right now, it is building towards something truly, truly special. And I'm going to continue to say this for the rest of this season in this YouTube account. The players that we have right now in Barcelona, this is a team that will be dominating football for years to come in a matter of months. This is a team that has all the talent in the world to be the best team in the world for a very consistent amount of time. And let me tell you guys, Lionel Messi is seeing that. Lionel Messi knows exactly what he does have right next to him and who he's playing with, because the fact that we're hearing a story of Messi being much happier and knowing that this team is much more competitive, if Messi knows this, then we should feel very comfortable to say that this is a team that is going to be competitive and could make very special things happen on the field. And this is going to greatly help with Messi's continuity with FC Barcelona and the negotiations that will be going on between Laporta and Lionel Messi. And then moving on towards the next story, and we are going to be talking about David Alaba. So of course, when you have a new president, this is something that we were expecting to hear, right? Is to hear many players potentially moving towards FC Barcelona because we have a new president. One of the players that has been highly talked about has been David Alaba. He will be a free agent in the summer. He will not be renewing with Bayern Munich, and there has been stories of David Alaba having a verbal agreement with FC Barcelona. And the reason why this story does hold very strong, it is because the agent of David Alaba has a very strong connection with Barcelona's president, Laporta. So let's get one thing very, very clear. The interest coming from Barcelona to David Alaba, it is true. Barcelona want to bring in David Alaba in this summer. They are very interested in the player. Sportingly, they do think that they can highly benefit from this player, and David Alaba has all the experience in order to strengthen FC Barcelona. But we do have a report coming from Sky Sport, and they have stated that Barcelona is actually one of the clubs that are interested in David Alaba. But as of today, there is no verbal agreement between the club and the player or the agent, which completely crosses off the story of David Alaba having a verbal agreement with FC Barcelona. And we also do have the agent of David Alaba who has completely denied this story. It is completely out the door. And this is now going to lead us and transition us towards the next story. And that is going to be about the two players that Laporta is keen on getting in this summer. So according to Oriol Domenech, who is a very reliable journalist, it is as reliable as it could get, he has stated this, and I quote, David Alaba and Erling Haaland are two players that Laporta is interested in for his new project at Barcelona. He will try to get both regardless whether Messi does continue with Barcelona or not. And this is why I do say that those numbers that Laporta is going to be offering towards Lionel Messi is really going to be having the filter and having the consideration of these two players coming in this summer. Laporta wants to be ready. And more specifically, Laporta wants to be ready for the potential transfer of Erling Haaland. And the main reason why he is gearing up towards this move is because he wants to have an offer so strong for Haaland, because he is very well aware that there is going to be other clubs that are going to be demanding his services. There is going to be clubs such as Man City, Liverpool, potentially Real Madrid, Juventus. Many top clubs are going to be wanting Erling Haaland in the summer. And the main reason why his demand is so huge right now, it is because if you were to look at what happened 2 days ago and what Haaland has done towards Sevilla, that is the type of player that any club would love to have on a Champions League night. Haaland's UCL form is something that is not even describable. His instinct for goal is something that you cannot get in any other player. He is a huge talent, and many clubs are going to be wanting to take advantage of that huge talent because they know that they are going to be benefiting from that player for many years to come. And let me give my personal opinion on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, when it comes to the Champions League, they are meant for each other. Like if the Champions League trophy was a person and it was a girl and Erling Haaland was a player, they would be the perfect fit, because the way that Haaland just shows up against very tough oppositions and makes them look like a B team is just something that you just have to admire. And Haaland is going to be one of the biggest talents, if not the biggest talent, in a few years' time. But this is going to be the only concern that I would have regarding FC Barcelona or Laporta trying to get in Erling Haaland in this summer. With this transfer potentially happening, that is going to come with a massive clean out, and that has to happen, because if there's one thing for sure, that is going to be this: if Haaland comes and plays with Barcelona next season, he will be a starter. But other players that are going to be playing within the front line or are working to get into the front line of FC Barcelona's first team, some are going to be either sold or taking a big step down, because I'm going to split this into two different parts. You're going to have the starters for next season, or the players that are for sure going to be considered as an asset for FC Barcelona. That is going to be Lionel Messi, Dembele, and Ansu Fati, 3 undisputed starters for FC Barcelona. And then you have the other players, right? The players who are not starting at the moment or could be looking for a move in the next season. You have Trincao, Antoine Griezmann, Collado, Conrad de la Fuente, and Martin Braithwaite. So you have a total of 5 players who are going to be looming around in that front 3. And that is a major concern, because if you were to have players such as Messi, Dembele, Ansu Fati, and Haaland, 4 players that are going to be within that front 4 for sure, what are you going to do with the other players? Because to be honest, I want to see Trincao play. I want to see Conrad de la Fuente play. I want to see Collado, who has been reported to go into the first team next season. I want to see that player play in the first team and get a good amount of minutes. So that is going to be something that Laporta and the new sporting director is going to have to figure out. It's going to be, how are they going to be managing the future of this front line, where they could be competitive in top level football and at the same time bring in the academy players and introduce them into the first team. But that's going to be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.